Hello guys, my name is Athat and in this video we're gonna be studying about conditional statements in C++. This video is going to be very exciting, guys, because yeah, conditional statements are very important in programming, right? Because half of the things requires conditional statements, right? Like if you wanna, if this is true, then do this. If it is false, do this. So yeah, conditional statements are very important, and in this video, you're gonna be learning about them. So think, guys, how exciting and how knowledgeable video is gonna be this for you. So I am excited, you are excited, so let's get right into it. So first of all, some people don't know only that what are conditional statements. So in computer science, conditionals are conditional statements are used for are programming language commands for handling disease. Okay, it is just saying that in computer science, conditionals are programming language commands for handling the decisions, right? Specifically, conditionals perform different computations or actions depending on whether a program-defined Boolean condition evaluates true or false. Okay, now many of you must not have understood this also. So let me explain you. The first line in computer science, conditionals are programming language commands for handling decisions, right? So they are just commands, right? They are just commands in programming for handling decisions, right? Like if it is true, then do this. If it is false, do this. And the next line is also this one, specifically conditional perform different computations or action depending on whether a program defined Boolean condition evaluates true or false. Okay, so this just means that the whole thing that the computer science, like in the computer science, um, conditionals are just language commands, right, which handle decisions, and decisions are made upon those things like upon the condition, right? If it is evaluating as true or false, okay. If it evaluates as true, then it will execute the code, right, which they want to, and if false, then they can execute the code which they want to. So, for example, if a condition is evaluated as true, then the code written inside will be executed, and if the condition is evaluated as false, then the code within the else block will be evaluated. And sorry guys, this will not be it, but this will be if. Alright guys, by mistake I wrote it. Okay, so what this just means is what I said just now. Okay, so conditionals are nothing, but they are just commands, right? Which we can use to execute a particular piece of code if a condition is true or if a condition is false, right? And I can't make it much more simpler than this, guys. So let's move ahead, okay, guys? So I hope you understood this right. Nothing, right? Conditional statements are just commands which will just help us to execute a piece of code if the condition is true or false. Okay. So let's go ahead, okay? Because we understood this whole slide, I hope. And if you didn't till now, so just repeat and watch this whole section, okay? So now let's just see like what are the different ways to write conditional statements or to write conditional statements in C++. Now guys, there are two ways, okay? One is the if else block and one is the switch case. Now switch case I will be teaching in the next video, right? But today our main focus will be on if else block because if we study about switch case also today, then the video will get very lengthy, trust me. So in this video we are gonna only be focusing on if else block. Okay guys. So now if else block obviously are conditional help us to make conditional statements. And now let me take you to the tinkercad, right? Where we'll be writing the whole code, understanding, and doing it practically, right, guys? Because until and unless you don't do it practically, you won't understand it. Okay, guys. So now is the time when we will do things practically. Okay, guys. So let me take you to my tinkercad. Okay. So I am on tinkercad, And now I'll just click on the circuit section to open the circuits. Now all the circuits which I made till now will come up. Just ignore this one, right? Now you just create a new circuit. Okay. So when we create a new circuit, then a screen like this should appear. Okay, this screen. We will just click over on this whatever title is it. Just click on this and just rename it whatever you want. Okay, tutorial. Okay, I have renamed mine. You can also rename yours. Okay, guys. All right. So now let's see what we're gonna do. If else block. Okay. So I can't see the Arduino over here. Okay, I can actually see. Just scroll a bit and just drag and drop this. Okay, drag and drop this. If you don't see, just click on just type in Arduino, and just drag and drop from here. Okay, it will be done. Now we got the Arduino and no corrections, obviously. So I'll just do it inside. Okay, because our main focus will be on code. Okay, guys. So continue and just remove these digital write delays. Just remove the spin mode and just remove this C++ code. This whole comment. Okay. So now let's talk about conditional. Now, if you've seen my last video, we have talked about how to make variables and with different data types. Okay. So let's make two variables. Let's say um, uh, good student and bad student. Okay. Or let's make x and y. Okay. So I will just make an integer x, which will be I will assigning 40. Okay. And I will be making a variable y, which I'm gonna assign as 10. Okay. 10. Now let me say okay. Now int z is equal to 30. 30. Okay. So now let's look at the main thing. And for now we don't have any setup so just don't write anything in this. Okay. Let me just enlarge it for you. Okay. Now first thing which we wanna see is how can we define an if block. Okay. So define in order to define if block, just type if, right, if and two parentheses. Okay, parentheses. Now inside this parentheses over here, right, inside this parentheses over here, right, all the condition will come. What will come? Condition. Okay, and just try to curly brackets. Okay, and inside when you come inside in the curly bracket, just hit enter. Okay, two enters actually. Now you should be seeing like this. Okay, and the main code to be executed. So this is the basic structure, guys. Okay, so we just type if in the brackets, then we write condition, right, whatever the condition is, and then we will just say that whatever code we have to execute. Okay, guys. So now we're gonna write our condition. Okay, let's say we are just checking like if the x minus y is equal to 30, right? Okay, so let's check this. So we're saying if x minus y is x minus y is double equals to 30. 30. Okay, and now we'll just initialize serial monitor also, so that in order to just print out the value, okay, whatever we want to print, let's just do it in bracket guys. Actually, so x minus y and like that. Okay. Now I'll just do serial dot print and yes, okay, yes. Now what we are doing over here? Let me just explain. First, we just initialize three variables. One is 40, one is 10, one is 30. One is z, x, y, z, 40, 10, 30. Okay. Then inside the word set, we are just initializing the serial motor again. We are just saying that serial just begin. Okay. We want to begin using it. Okay. So yeah, we just initializing in the setup block as we know. We initialize in the setup block. Okay. Next, in the void loop, we are just checking. Okay, the if block. Inside the if block again. in the parenthesis start, we just type our condition, right? We just that if x minus y is equal to 30, and whenever we are checking, we are doing this conditional statement. If we are checking that something is equal to something, see guys, it should be double equals to, okay, not single equal to, okay, single equal to. See, now we will talk about operators in the next videos and some of the upcoming videos. But right now, I'm just telling you that when we're checking, right, if something is equal to something, some value is equal to something, right, then we just use double equals to, because this is a checking one operator, and this is yeah, so the single equals to is the assignment operator. Okay, guys. So I hope this is clear, right? So basically, um, let's come inside the if. Okay, guys. So inside the if x minus y is equal to 30. Yeah, guys. So inside the if block, what we are saying is that if the x minus y, which is 40 minus 10 is equal to 30, so yeah, 30 is equal to 30. So then the code will be executed. Now, 30 is equal to 30. Is it true? Yeah, it is true, right? So it is just saying true. So if it is true, if the condition is true, right? X minus y is equal to 30. 40 minus 10, 30 is equal to 30. True, right? So serial.println, yes, okay. We are just saying that you just print yes on the serial monitor. And one thing which I totally forgot is to put semicolon over here. Alright? Okay. So right now let's just start the simulation, what will come. And yes, okay. Alright. Now see, let's see the else if block. Okay. So the else if block is just like if the if is not true, then the else if will be executed. But if there is no else if, then the else will be executed. And if there is no else, right, then only the if will be executed, and it will just go on with the up next code. Okay. Now else if is also like if only, right? Like if you say in Hindi, so अगर ऐसा और ऐसा भी नहीं तो ऐसा ना ऐसा तो हो गए. Okay. So like that is the case, right? If this is happening, so you do it. And if it is not happening, just move on to the else if. If not else if also else, right? So yeah, it will just move on to the different conditions accordingly. Now just type else if, and as I said, it is very similar to the which block, this if block. Okay, so just it is like the if block. So just don't think too much on it. Okay, 1 second, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna just yeah. So now we're gonna just check ahead, go in and check for if the x minus y is equals to 30, right? Because we know that x minus y is equal to 30. And one more thing, guys. You can put many ifs, many else ifs, right? But you can't put many else, okay? So for that, you need to have that much amount of ifs, okay, guys? So inside the else if, we will just put let's check if the x minus y is double equal to z, right? If it is equal to z, so yes, it is equal to z. So you wanna print ln let's do yes two, okay, yes two, sorry, yes two, okay, okay. Now we're just checking if the else if, sorry, if now the next condition is that if the z is equal to 30. Okay, so if the z is equal to 30, okay, z is equal to 30, then we want to print L. Now I'll just explain this code in a second, guys. Okay, and yeah, then you see, then we can do yes 3, and one thing I almost forgot, that is semicolon, and the next thing is else. Now I will explain else in a second, guys. But let me first just type in the code, okay, and then if it is not the case, then no. Okay, and we can also do it in caps. Okay. So what we are doing all over here. Okay. Let me just explain. Okay. So obviously I'm not going over again and again over this whole block, the initialization, the serial initialization, and the if block. Okay. Else if it is very similar. So we are over here we're just checking x minus y, which is 40 minus 10 is equal to z. Now what z is storing? Z is storing 30 and 40 minus 10 is 30. So 30 is equal to 30. So yes, it is true. So yes 2 should also print. Now we just move on to the next condition. If as if z is equal to 30, right? Z is equal to 30. Yes, z is equal to 30. So print yes 3. And if all of these conditions are not true inside the else block, then we are just doing cl or println no. And there is no condition in else. Okay, we are just directly typing in the curly brackets and the code inside it, because if that is not happening, okay, so this will happen, right? So by default things it will happen over here. Okay, so like if you want that, yeah, no condition, basically no condition will be given inside else, right? That is what I mean. Okay, so okay, so let me just test this out what it is printing, then I will tell you. Okay, then I will speak something else. So guys, you're just seeing that only yes, 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 yes is getting print out. Okay. Now why is that? Okay. So the reason behind it is that, right, if this condition is true, then why will it check for this? Okay. Why will it check for if x minus y is z is equal to 30? No, it will not move on. So the basic thing which we get to know now is that if the first if condition is true, right? So the code inside it will be executed and it will just ignore all the else, ifs, and else. Okay. And if it is false, then it will move on just to the next else if. If is true, it will just execute that else if and just ignore all of the other else ifs and else. Okay, and so on. Okay, so that is happening. So basically what is happening here, this is true, so we'll just print this. Now why it is not just not checking these all condition? Okay, because this is true, so why should we execute this, right? Because our condition was true, right? So this is the case, guys. Okay, so this was the whole else if thing. Okay, so now in the next video we are gonna learn about the switch case, and believe me, guys, that is a pretty right interesting thing, right? And I was also very right. I was also very excited to learn about that, and I learned that in seconds, not in seconds, but in minutes. Okay, so it is very easy thing. Okay, now, if you just didn't understood anything, right? I will just recommend you to repeat, because I have explained one thing over 3 to 4 times. Okay, guys. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, just smash the like button, right? If you have any right suggestions for me, recommendation, right, or any feedback, just give it in the comment section. And yeah, if you want just your friend to learn about robotics, share the playlist to them, share the video to them, right? And that's it for the video, guys. And thank you.